Hey guys, how's it going? It's Anton Jackson. So moving forward in Season 4 of Better Call Saul, it's going to be really interesting to see whether or not the writers decide to start Season 4 in the same fashion as the previous seasons, with a flash-forward scene in the first episode. It's been really cool to see how Saul Goodman is adjusting to living an anonymous life as Gene in Omaha, Nebraska in the first 3 seasons of Better Call Saul so far. Remember, this is a man who liked to live a bold and ostentatious life as Saul Goodman, wearing bright suits, making notorious commercials, and having his face prominently plastered on billboards all across Albuquerque. However, now living in Omaha, Saul seems obviously quite sullen and dejected by his new life, and I can't really blame him for this. It's quite a change of scenery from being someone who facilitated in the distribution of methamphetamine to just being a simple manager at Cinnabon at a mall in Omaha, Nebraska. We can see that Saul is really bored with his life in Season 1, Episode 1. He seems to miss his old life so much that he is re-watching old Saul Goodman commercials. And we as the audience can infer that this is probably not the first time Saul's decided to re-watch these commercials in a sort of attempt to relive the best years of his life. In Season 2 of Better Call Saul, we see Saul waiting in a trash room for hours, stuck there due to the fact that he could be potentially arrested by the police. Saul has to live every single moment of his life with this constant fear in Omaha, based on the fact that he's a wanted criminal on the run from the police. And we see these themes re-emerge in Season 3, Episode 1 as well. So with this being said, I am really eager to see if the first episode of Season 4 of Better Call Saul follows this flash-forward theme. What I am most excited to see is how the writers will address the cliffhanger at the end of the cold opening flash-forward in Season 3, Episode 1. Last season, after Gene has the run-in with the police and the shoplifter, he collapses on the floor of the Cinnabon upon returning to work. I'm really interested to see what the reason is for Gene's collapse on the floor was. In my opinion, this was meant to display a collapse of Saul's will to continue to live the charade of a life as Gene in Omaha. While one can argue that this life is vastly superior to spending time in jail, this life is definitely not without its consequences. While he's not serving any punishment for his transgressions in the eyes of the law, his true punishment is the constant fear he's having to live with.